Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Svetlana and today I want to work on 3 different plants. I feel the itch for some plant experiments and I want to share it with you because why not? Maybe I will inspire some people to have a little bit of fun with their plants, to experiment, go a little bit crazy, and today is exactly what is going to happen. We're gonna work on 3 different plants. We're gonna mount this beautiful Phalaenopsis orchid. It's a mini orchid that I bought in my previous work. On one of my lunch breaks, I went on a little adventures and went to IKEA and bought this little souvenir, and a couple weeks later I left that work. So I do not have the best memories with this Phalaenopsis, so I thought why not to give it a glow up, a new life, a new chapter of its story. So today I'll try and mount it. I never ever in my life mounted a plant, so I feel like it's gonna be a very interesting experiment slash crazy stuff going on. So we're gonna go ahead and plant this beautiful burgundy gorgeous Phalaenopsis orchid. It actually have only 2 blooms left, so I feel like this, I mean, technically it does have new buds coming. Oh, that's so interesting. So I bought this orchid already in bloom, and then it was blooming for, oh my gosh, maybe 3 or 4 months, maybe 5. I feel like 5 months, and with time the blooms just kept on falling, and it's normal for Phalaenopsis orchids, and I was left with only 2 beautiful blooms. Last couple waterings I did add some orchid food into it because I thought, oh, it's just growing in that tiny pot from IKEA. It's not doing its best probably, so let's feed it a little bit. And right now I notice that the flower spikes actually became juicy again, and it looks like we're gonna have a bunch of new buds. That is so fun. Okay, so maybe not the perfect time to do what I'm planning to do with this orchid, but she should be fine. She'll be fine. Oh my gosh, I'm sticky right now in all of that sap. So I do have this mount from one of my previous mounted orchids that is no longer with us, RIP, but I feel like this should be a perfect size of a mount. I'm gonna go ahead, take away all of that old sphagnum moss that actually do not have like a fishing wire, so I will try to reuse the one that I already had on here and also have some wire. This might get a little bit tricky, but I'm excited. Then another plant. That one wasn't on the list until this very early morning. While I was making coffee for myself, I heard a big bang, and I came into my kitchen and I had this beautiful humongous Raphidophora staying on the very top of my fridge. So I had like little shelf over the fridge, and it just dropped all the way down. We had soil in all of my kitchen. It's been a long morning, let me tell you. So today we're gonna go ahead and give it a little bit of a glow up. Right now she's standing far away from me because it's a beast of a Raphidophora tetrasperma, let me tell you. She's actually have been growing as a trailing plant, which I know is not as popular, but she looks so fabulous in my kitchen. So all I want to do actually is probably to repot it into a heavier pot, give it some refreshed soil, and give it probably a nice shower, because you know that greasy dust that plants collect. Oh my gosh, do not have cacti in your kitchen. Don't tell me I haven't warned you, because I mean I still do have a couple cacti in my kitchen, but the dust that is so greasy is so difficult to wash off. I usually need to use some dish soap or something like that, so definitely not ideal, and probably gonna need, yeah, we definitely will need to wash it. Yep, so I'll show you that beast later on. And lastly, another plant is going to be this Philodendron splendid. It was going splendid for this plant. It was my favorite moss pole plant, but then it was attacked by spider mites. Oh, don't say that word aloud, because I have been fighting spider mites in my home for last month, and it might be getting a bit better. You probably notice here and there I do have some beneficial bugs catching those bastards, hopefully. I mean, I personally do not see a singular beneficial bug on those packets, but I do see spider mites. So explain that. I actually contacted the shop where I bought these packets of beneficial bugs, and they said, oh, you won't be able to see the beneficial bugs, it's normal. And I'm like, but I already ordered those like a year ago and I did see the beneficial bugs then, so are you trying to trick me and keep my money? And just sold me dead bugs or what. So I don't know, guys. I don't know about that. So back to philodendron. I need to go ahead and probably chop it and restart it. Put this moss pole into my balcony to kill all of those bugs that are probably hiding in every single crevice of that moss pole. We're actually gonna have first snow this weekend, which I'm not sure how I feel about. The little kid in me is so flippin' excited. The grown-up in me, who is scared to have slippery ground everywhere around it, is freaking out. But anyway, so this is the plan. This is the plan we're gonna work on, and I wanna start with the most fun project in this specific video, because I never did it and it sounds like so much fun and excitement, so why not to go ahead and do it. So I have all of the supply, well, almost all of the supplies. I do have an old mount that first we need to disassemble. I still even have the name of that previous orchid that I had. Doritis pulcherima. I'll put it on the screen. It was actually a pretty beautiful orchid. Rippy. It actually died during one of the heat waves. Yeah, so mount, ready for the business. We're gonna disassemble that. I also, of course, have some sphagnum moss, moist sphagnum moss prepared for the business. What else? I do have some pruners if we might need those, maybe for the roots. I do have some wire. I guess that's all we need. By the way, okay, I'm too excited not to share this, so I want to share this little break for myself, little commercial break. Look at this portrait I just finished yesterday. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to send it out to the customer. I feel like this turned out to be so cute. Here is the pup, Mimi or Margot or Margute. So beautiful, look at her. So the customer asked to have Anthurium chlorinerium, and she also mentioned that she loves Hoyas. So of course I need to add all of those around on this canvas. Some Hoya blooms, obviously, because if you love Hoyas, of course you probably love Hoya blooms. Like a little bonus, why not, right? And of course the gorgeous Mimi. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm just finished, so proud of it. Anyway, little commercial break. Just wanted to share this beautiful art piece because soon I'm gonna ship it out and never see it again, which is always so, you know, bittersweet. At the same time, I'm so excited to paint your babies and to know that my art is somewhere around the world hanging and people are appreciating this art, but also to never see it again. My creations, my babies, is difficult. You know, it's, let me tell you, it's so difficult. And yes, we're getting into Christmas mood over here. I mean, little Svetlana is already in the festive mood. My Christmas mugs are out and about. And honestly, we do not have Thanksgiving here in Lithuania. We do not celebrate it. So after the Halloween / Vėlinės, as we call it here in Lithuania, finishes up, it's Christmas time for me. Immediate Christmas. So, yep, we started watching some Christmas movies and recommend Fred Claus. Fun movie. Haven't seen it in a while. Awesome. Anyway, okay, so this orchid wasn't like the most expensive or crazy orchid, and I feel like to start this kind of project with Phalaenopsis is probably a very smart idea. Not to brag, but why do I touch it? So I did had it in the same, like really same pot that I bought it in from IKEA. I do see a little bit of a root action in the bottom, but it is growing in simple cork. So I wanna go ahead, take it out of that old pot. Oh, I actually just watered it this morning, so it will be a bit easier for me to remove that cork. Look at this cute cover pot I had. It's so gorgeous. I thrifted it. Very proud of it. Of this find. Gorgeous, right? Anyway, let's go ahead and dig in. Oh, I can see the plug in there. Well, thankfully the cork is coming out like butter. I also see some dead roots, which is not ideal. Okay. Okay. Yep, it's a dead root. Don't need that. I should have a bunch of dead roots, to be honest. that little pot wasn't helpful. Oh my gosh. I mean, that green root, right? This one is hanging on a string of old root that melted. So I'm not sure how we're gonna do with that one. I'm trying to get rid of that plug as well. Oh gosh, poor little baby. Oh, we do have one more happy root. Oh, okay. The core is out of the business. Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, the root system on this orchid, surprisingly, by the refreshed blooms, is not the healthiest. This is how we're looking. Not much of a happy root system. Okay, so right now what I'm gonna do, of course, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off all of those dead roots that are see-through, like so. These are doing no good. They're just dead and rotting in there. The very same looking that I just cut off, you see that one is just simply on the string, but the very end of it is happy. I feel like I'm just will leave it. I cannot see how that might hurt the plant, so I'm gonna do it. I mean, it still has some green roots, so that's giving some hope. Yeah. I actually checked and I do not have peroxide anymore. It would be probably perfect to give it a nice bath of that and clear all of the bacteria. But hopefully she'll be okay. It's a Phalaenopsis. They supposed to be badass. You know? You're supposed to. Well, that flew away. Okay, so still have some roots. Okay, that's not as horrible. Can you see that? Yeah, so the baby is ready. Let's put her here for now. Nope. Okay, and just simply put it on the side. Okay, right now, since I want to go ahead and repurpose this, actually maybe I'll be able to untie this little knot. And it's so small. No, I won't. No, I won't. Who am I kidding? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Well, that sphagnum moss is so dry. You can see that whoever was mounting this orchid was putting it so deep into the wood, it almost hurts to see that. So I guess I should do the same thing, question mark. Probably would be smart to watch some videos before doing that, like tutorials or something, but I was just, going past this Phalaenopsis and I was like, you know what I haven't done, like, ever? I was like, I'm doing it tomorrow, because I do have the supplies. This is the old, well, it's see-through, but trust me when I say that they do have it over here. Old fish wire that we're gonna reuse. And I wanna go ahead and take out that old sphagnum moss, because probably still have some old roots of that previous orchid. I wonder if you can use any kind of wood for those kind of projects, because I would mount probably more plants. But also, I'm not so great at watering them. I feel like this feels like a cork of a wine bottle, so maybe this is some kind of specific tree that soaks in some moisture and helps out the plant. Look at this, we have a perfect crevice to put the plant and the sphagnum moss. The previous orchid that I had was actually planted upside down. So it looked kind of awkward because it was reaching the sun and it was going like this. So this one I definitely won't be planting upside down. I want to plant it the correct way, the natural. Well, maybe some orchids do grow upside down. This is cool. This looks like vagina. Anyway, moving on. So simple, moisten up sphagnum moss. Don't want it to be too soggy. So add some of that on the... Okay, so I did add some sphagnum in that hole, right? And right now I will go ahead and see how I can add this. Something like that. Actually don't want to plant it too upside down because these leaves, well, hopefully if everything is okay, will keep on growing new, this plant will keep on growing new leaves and it will go up and up and up. At this right moment we do have 5 leaves that look like a helicopter. You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and remove that old baby leaf because it's gonna be near the roots. So let's see. I think that should be perfect. Let me show you. Like this. Right now I wanna go ahead. Wait, no, but the blooms are facing the wrong side. Okay, let's try another way. I mean, yeah, that looks better, right? Okay. I'm doubting myself. Do not doubt yourself, guys. Stop doubting yourself. Okay. Go ahead. Well, I need some help. Okay. I'm gonna gently put all around those roots some more of sphagnum moss. What is so fun that everything is recycled in this project. I did not need to buy anything. So that is actually pretty great. I mean, the sphagnum is from the previous plant mail that I received from Uroš or other friends. The stake, is the stake like the bark of this wood is also from a very old orchid that died like maybe 2 or 3 years ago at this point. So even the wire I'm gonna be reusing, hopefully successfully. The only problem that I had with the previous staked orchid that there was so little sphagnum moss, I could not keep up with watering it. So this time I won't do the same mistake. I mean, that somebody else did. Don't want to brag. I won't do that mistake, and I will add some more of a sphagnum moss, so it will stay moist a bit longer, and I won't need to water it every single day. Okay. I want to make like a little kokedama attached to this bark, so lots of space for new roots to grow as well. Yes, looking gorgeous. Not the most comfortable dish to get the sphagnum from, but that's on me. Okay, feel like we're probably good. Oh my goodness. Okay, last. Oh, I like that it stays. Bam. Okay. Oh. Do you hear that? That's actually satisfying. Okay. This is how much of sphagnum I'm adding. Let's go ahead and use that wire. Well, not this fishing wire, I think. I feel like I still might need some of that wire that I had on hand. But first, let's use what we have. Okay. gosh, okay, no panic. This is actually satisfying. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Do I need to make a bow? It's slippery though. Okay, wait, I'm so focused. Please hold on. Please hold on. A moment of silence, guys. This is the trickiest part. Okay, I did it. I did it. This is all me, guys. Wow. I actually might add some kind of maybe a rope to keep those. Maybe no. Let's leave them naturally hanging like that. I actually want to go ahead and use a little bit more of a wire that I have on hand because I feel like I do have some empty spots that after drying out probably will just fall out. And since I do have some of that wire not used, you know? So let's go ahead and do that. Bam, okay. The only concern of mine for this specific wire is that I hope it won't like rust. Uh-oh. Wait, what's going on? Wait, what's going on? Okay guys, while I'm doing this I can share some of my latest updates in life. So I did mention in some of my videos, mostly on my vlog channel, that I did find a new job. So this month, actually next Friday, I'm starting my new position. And I'm freaking out, guys. Oh, you have no idea. It's been a while since I worked in a corporate in logistics. And I feel like in logistics, everything changes so quickly because of the politics, of course. And if we have been living under a rock, we have war going on in our neighborhood country. So logistics is very affected by that. And I'm just scared that all of my, information is very rusty. And that I forgot so many rules. And oh my gosh, I'm so scared of failing. I already am losing some sleep over it because I'm like, what if I fail and just, I don't know. I'm scared, guys. Trying to stay, relaxed as you can in this situation. But, like, oh, it's okay, it's like riding a bicycle. I will get back in business very soon. But also it's very scary, It's been fun to not work a corporate job throughout the summer and go full on into my art business. But it's time to get back into reality. Okay, look at this. Kokedama. Well, is it a mounted? I mean, it's more mounted orchid. She is so pretty. I'm actually so excited about this project. This looks so whimsical. I spent so much time on it. I do apologize. I feel like I'm already half an hour in this video and I only worked on one plant, but this was a project. This was a project, guys. No fun one. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This looks so good. So good. Okay. So we're done with the plant number 1. Let's put it aside for now. Right now I need to figure out where to put it. Maybe somewhere around that wall or that shelf. I guess we'll see later on. But right now, let's get into the crazy business. Thank you. Alright guys, so this is the plant in question. Look how crazy she is. Right now she doesn't look as gorgeous because she's...
Tell the story what you did.
I already told. So as you can tell, it has so many branches. It's going crazy. And what happened, since it grew so much throughout the summer, it got top heavy and it's growing in a plastic pot right now. And it just couldn't hold it anymore. So it just dropped dead out of my fridge. So We're gonna go ahead, repot it, give it a nice shower, because it is still very dusty. And at first I thought, oh, maybe mount it and have this cool ensemble of this plant, because there are like at least 10 branches on it. But then I thought, you know what, no, it was so happy on that corner in my kitchen. Let's just give her a nice shower. Oh, wait, I do have some dry branch over here. Bam. I just give her a nice shower, some fresh soil with nutrients, heavier pot so it will stay stable and secure, and put her back because she's happy. Why to change anything if she's happy, right? Right. Makes sense, makes sense. Why there's a rope? Why there's a rope? Okay. Random. So here she is. I know once again she doesn't look great right now because she used to face one direction, but after falling down everything went downhill. So let me show. You see, it's not, I don't wanna, I just wanna lay down a little bit. She's tired. She's tired. I know, Queen, it happens. Okay, this one is for the next project. I do have couple options. I do have this thick and heavy with very nice drainage hole pot that should be great to hold all of that weight. I do have another one. This one is terracotta and it's more wide, also have a nice drainage hole. But I thought this one is kind of more shallow. This one is more up, taller, that's the word, up the hick. So, what do you think? I feel like this plant would look beautiful in both. You know what, let's first take her out of this, well, we need to prepare one. Okay, make a decision. Since this plant was actually growing in a pretty, I mean, technically it did lose a bunch of topsoil. You know what, I do not have much of a soil. This is all I have actually, which is kind of pathetic. I even mixed in some of my pon to make it a little bit more heavy and some more of zeolite, the extra zeolite that I had, because I needed to have some weight to hold on to that plant that will keep on growing, hopefully. So this is kind of very round and there's lots of spot for, well, this might be enough. Okay, watch me being indecisive for the upcoming hour. I feel like this one will dry out way more quickly than this one. And this one does have a pretty narrow bottom, so it's easier to just, you know, wobble, I guess. This one is kind of more stable, so let's probably go with this one. Let's be safe. Let's relax a little bit. Yeah, I feel like this is it. Okay, so let's put something, you know what, I'm gonna put that old chunk of sphagnum in the very bottom to cover the hole. We'll add some soil, bam, on the bottom, bam, like so, like about an inch. And it's time to take it. I probably will add so much dust into my water. Nobody panic. Okay, we're doing this. Oh, wait, you don't want to leave? What? Madame, you gotta go. You gotta leave those premises. Wait, okay. Okay, yep, we do have lots of, well, lots of roots. Looks healthy. Okay, maybe let's work a bit on that root ball. Free it a little bit so it won't grow the roots in circles. Just a little bit on the bottom, that's it. Oh. Let's sit her down, like so. This should be... I don't remember when I did plant this Raphidophora, I feel like maybe 2 years ago, into this pot, and since then it just went crazy in that kitchen. I don't know what happened, but she loved it in there. So I don't want to change anything, especially since she's such a beast right now. Don't really know where else I would put it. I mean, my plants in kitchen are going crazy. There's like a whole jungle. You think this is the jungle? You haven't seen my kitchen wall. I do have so many like hard-lived philodendrons in there. Going all crazy on my wall. I have my big chunky ZZ plant that I rescued. That is wild. Might not have enough soil. Oh my gosh. It's very going out of the pot. I do not like it. Let's do it again. Wait. Hold in there. Okay. Wanna plant it a bit lower. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. So much dust in here. Just one scoop. Yes. Yes. That's crazy, but better. Go back. Wait. Oh my gosh, we have even more tops coming out. Oh, honey, you're wild. Okay. Try number 2. Let's see how it looks right now. I mean, in worst case scenario, I could add more zeolite just on the very top to keep it more stable, you know, for the weight, because zeolite is very heavy. The zeolite, if you're not sure what the heck am I talking, are those green pieces in the pond. So this is zeolite. Okay. Sorry, I got quiet. I'm like, what is happening? Will I have enough soil? The answer is probably not. Yikes. Well, we might have just enough. That would be awesome. Actually, do not have any soil mixes left, like any. I mean, only little bit of pond. That's it. I want to save up some money to buy more, but right now, since I was unemployed for such a long time, and I spent most of my savings on the vacation that I took my mom on, the one to the mountains, I need to have some money for my food, you know, before receiving the first salary, and that's gonna be only in a month. So kind of struggling over here, and I cannot repot all of the plants that I would love to repot. Once again, I wasn't even planning to repot that one, but it just asked for it by falling on my fridge. You know what, we still have some holes, so I'll go ahead and add some of my zeolite on the very top, because, yep, we ran out of soil, so I asked my husband to bring zeolite from the balcony. I will show you what I'm talking about. Ah, so good to have a little helper. Little. Well. Thank you. This is the zeolite I was talking about. This is it. So it's heavy. It will be perfect just for that, and actually will look beautiful as a cover layer on the soil. Technically nobody sees anything that's going on the very top of that pot because it's very high up, but it should do the trick. Okay, well, that was something. Okay, looks not too bad. So right now I'll bring it into my shower, give it a nice clean rinse. Thankfully, fingers crossed, I do not have any pests in my kitchen, so it should be just good to go back into its spot and growing happily ever after. Little extra, just for a little sprinkle. I wanted to ask my husband again, but probably enough of using the free. For God's sake. Anyway, let me bring it to the shower. This one is gonna wait in there. Okay, last in line. This one is the one that I am the most scared of, because I do have pests. You know what? I will put this beautiful project aside for now. Wait, I just had a genius idea. I'm so genius. Look at this. Perfect. Easy. Easy. Taking off, putting it back in. And also, have you seen my beautiful variegated Thanksgiving cactus blooming? Look at her. Oh, so cute. Only the non-variegated plants, like one branch that I have in here, decided to bloom. I think these two blooms might be dropped, but might be not. Nobody knows. But still very exciting. You know what? This one is dangerous. I'll put it aside for now. Onto that side that you won't be able to see, unfortunately. But it will be safer for it in there. Okay. That one. Right, well, it actually also has a bag of beneficial bugs, and this one also seems just empty. Okay. Oh, I dropped my Pro boxes and spilled all of them, and also just burned my face onto my grow light. It started well. It started so well. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is her. This is, wait, I'm gonna give you. This is her. She started to size up those leaves, but unfortunately stuff happens. I did burn one leaf with the grow light, but I can see pest damage on it, specifically spider mites damage, so I feel like we have to do it. We just have to do it and give it a chop. Start over, because my goodness, look at her. Also, if you're scared of spiders, don't you worry. It's a Lego spider. Let's take him out. Wait, hold it. Okay. Cute. My baby. Yeah, so there she is. I actually have planted a bunch of cuttings in the very bottom of her. So I thought the main idea was to keep it, you know, more bushy, not just one singular string. But it did not go by plan. Also, I do have a string of hearts. Wait a moment. Also, I do have a string of hearts growing in here because one of the branches actually found its way onto this pole and it grew a bulb. inside of that mouse ball. Crazy. I do have one more over here as well, in the very top. Oh, okay. Well, approve. So, okay, moving this aside because for now we might not need it. I did take last couple pictures of it while it's still this big, but I don't want to move it around my home any longer, so we'll go ahead and chop her up and unfortunately start over. Maybe it will be good for the winter because we do have heating on right now and it dries out so quickly. I mean, even right now it's bone dry, so I guess let's go ahead and do it. I'll also add some of anti-pesticide that I have into the water, so the last pests that are on this plant probably will just suck in all of that bad thing and die, you know? Also removing all of the old sheets because this is where spider mites might be hiding. And I'm gonna just plop it into the spot that actually will work as a water vessel for now because I feel like we're gonna have a bunch of... Oh my gosh, okay, this one is rooted. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, unfortunately I did rip that root. Oh man, that was painful. But she should be okay now. I have so many of those, oh my gosh. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the sticks because once again I'm gonna have so many of these. I'm not sure if I need all of them at this point. Where I would put so many splendid. Oh my gosh, okay. This is gonna be stressful. Oh, of course it's gonna be stressful. It always is. Okay, this one is not rooted. Bam. Once again, want to remove that sheet. And this one actually already was cut and then grew a new top that I just cut in pieces, so I wonder how that will look in the future. Looking for pests. Okay. At this point, probably need to put it on the table so you can see, right? The tape I also will put into my balcony since we'll have below 0 degrees. I think and I hope that if we'll have any pests, they'll just die in there. This is how we're looking so far. This is the part where other branches come into action, into the play. Okay. Another cutting. They have so much of sticky tape. Okay, bam. Have one new leaf on the way. Not sure how that one will look after this chop. But we have no other choice, unfortunately. I hope soon I'll give you some positive updates. We just need to hope for that. And yep, I do reuse my plant tape, obviously. It's like the very easy one. Think of plenty tools that you can reuse. So again, I am cutting in singular notes because they do have a pretty decent, like long internodal space, so I don't want to have any wonky cuttings. Yeah. one, the very top cutting, since it does have one very fresh leaf, we'll have a couple cuttings of this one, like 2 notes on one cutting. Oh gosh, we're gonna have so many of these cuttings. Oh goodness. It seems like not that long ago I did plant all of those babies together with the mama plant and they looked so happy. And then those flipping pests. Feels like every story needs to have some bad guys, right? Even the hobbies. Okay, this one is actually growing. Oh my gosh, inside that bowl. You know what? Let's for fun just have one leafless cutting and see what happens. Because it was rooted, it worked hard. Let's give it a shot, I guess. Alright, the mama, like the very bottom part of this plant, I actually not sure what I want to do with it. Do I want to keep that pot? I think I'll just bring it all into the balcony because I do have so many cuttings. I cannot see myself struggle to have any splendid in my collection. So I do have maybe 3 plants in there, maybe 4, but they will go into the balcony. So this is it, I guess. Right now I'll go ahead, give it a nice wash. First I wanna shower my Rhaphidophora and take it out of the bathroom so I can bring those, you know, because they do have some pests. I do not want any of that to spread. So I'm gonna work on that Rhaphidophora first and then clean those up, add some anti-pesticide into the water and keep my fingers crossed. And this one, once again, will go to the balcony. So I guess this is where I will leave you. All of the experiments and plenty projects seem to be pretty much done. The only thing left is to clean up and, you know, do some watering. So I'm very excited about these projects. Let me know how do you feel about them. I personally cannot wait to find the perfect spot for that orchid. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun to find the perfect spot because I do have some options. And I'll put a picture of where I put this beautiful orchid in my Instagram, so if you want to go ahead and follow me there, or on my Facebook, here are my handles, so you can go ahead and see the reveal over there. I want to wait for a sunny day. We haven't seen sun maybe for 5 days right now, so I'm waiting for the perfect moment to, you know, put it in there, take a nice picture and have it on my feed. So hopefully we will chat in the comment section under that picture, but right now, yeah, we're pretty much done. Oh, and also need to find a new spot for my spider from Harry Potter. Do you remember this one? I actually like spiders. I'm not afraid of them. Sorry if this might be scary for some. Probably should. Sorry. Sorry. He can also put a tail like that. I mean, she. Oh my gosh, sorry. Anyway, okay. I won't disturb you anymore. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had the pleasure to take you along because I feel like it's always so much fun to add a little twist into your hobby and come up with some cool projects to work on, even though if some of them are not so fun and might be a little bit painful to work on. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, you know. We're all grown-ups in here, so hopefully everything is going only for the best, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Before leaving you, as per usual, let me teach you a language lesson. And since we had this cute spider, let me teach you how to say spider in Lithuanian and in Russian. If you want to say spider in Lithuanian, you need to say voras. Once again, voras. And if you want to say spider in Russian, you need to say pauk. Once again, pauk. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for upcoming plenty content because I love working on those experiments and I do have a bunch of plants. Oh gosh, this might be a bit too close. Yes, yes. We have a bunch of plenty experiments going on. We need more. So we'll do that in the upcoming videos. Hopefully I'll see you there. Thanks for watching, until the next time.